Well, dawn broke early on February 28th. Trump gave the word, no more waiting at the gate. U.S. and Israel side by side in the fight. Launch them strikes deep into the Iranian night. Targeting the mullahs, the prayers and their crew, nuking their nukes before they couldn't brew. Tehran shaking with explosions in the air, smoke rising high, showing we mean business there. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and NATO making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. Trump's message rings out, your freedom's at hand. To the Iranian people, take back your land. We hit their leader, Supreme and the rest. Joined ops with Israel, putting them to the test. They fired back a while at bases in our ally, but our defenses hold under that Middle East sky. No more hiding threats, no more playing games. Trump's bringing justice in America's name. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and NATO making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. From the Gulf to the skies, the world's watching now. Trump standing tall, showing them how. No endless wars, but when push comes to shove, we protect our own with strength from above. Iran's retaliation, just desperate flails, while our forces strike true, tipping the scales. For peace through power, that's the American way. Trump's leading the charge, saving the day. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants. Yeah, Trump's America, strong and true, kicking ass for me and you. God bless the USA and Trump too.
As usual, guys, things are acting strangely. I had to restart the whole computer. That's what took an extra minute there. But we are trying to get things back up stable here. I don't know what just happened. All right, let me get that going here. All right, the upper left screen is live from the AP right now. This is live coming in from the AP upper left screen. We've got air raid sirens going off in Tel Aviv. Fox News now confirming Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, dead after IDF strike hits Tehran compound. Israeli sources have also confirmed.
There are operational security implications we're very careful about in terms of the Israelis as they're operating, but the air defense systems that were active in the city and in the heart of Tel Aviv, it's an indication that the Iranians are firing as deep as they can get toward Israeli civilian and military targets. And so the amount of fire is the heaviest that it has been since this began with the U.S. and Israeli strikes early this morning.
Trey, that was absolutely heart-stopping as we all took that in together, and we just absolutely pray for your safety and the safety of your crew and team there. We're getting a little bit more information now. As we were talking to Jen Griffin earlier, we noted that we had not heard directly from the White House since confirmation the Supreme Leader was dead. And now apparently President Trump has spoken to NBC News and said, quote, "The people that make all the decisions, most of them are gone," he confirmed to another outlet. He said on the reports of the Supreme Leader's death, "We feel that that is a correct story." And
Well, there you go. That's confirmed from Fox News there. They've got him. He's done. That's the Ayatollah. So that's amazing news there. And also, let's see, out of Reuters, also Reuters confirming. Now, Israelis saying that there's now seven confirmed kills of higher-ups. Ali Khamenei, advisor to the Supreme Leader, also confirmed dead. Their Iranian news has reporting that their Iranian leader is steadfast, alive, and performing command duties in the field. So there you go. That's what they say is going on. Oh boy, it reminds me of the days of Baghdad Bob. If you guys remember Baghdad Bob, that guy was such a laughable joke. He always had a good joke to tell when he came out. He would come out every day and he would say the most absurd things, and everybody would just go, yeah, okay, Baghdad Bob. He'd say things like, the Iranian army, the Iraq army is holding back the entire force or whatever. It was like absurd what he was saying. And, but it was hilarious as well. Okay, so that's what we have there. I'm looking for additional news coming in anywhere. Oh boy, what a busy day. And we've got protests now in Seattle, Washington, and protests also in Portland, Oregon. Someone there hates Nazis. Okay, that's cool. We hate Nazis too. Let's see here. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, the State Department has now issued alerts worldwide for any Americans that are abroad or even here to be diligent because vigilant, I guess is the word they're using, because there could be an attack on you or on an interest that you're at or whatever. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Starship Adventures. We'll eventually get our numbers back. We do have to stop the stream every so often. You can't cross the streams. It's against the rules. No, you're allowed to stream as long as you want on YouTube. However, there's some things you got to know. Number one, if you go more than 12 hours, they don't keep the recording. Number two, if you go more, if you go 12 hours and then you get demonetized, you don't get any money. So one of the things we've decided to do now is every 3 or 4 hours we start a new stream. And that way, if there's a problem with one of the videos, there won't be a problem with the other two. So that's kind of where we're at with that right now. All right, I'm looking to make sure we didn't have any issues with that one. It looks like, I don't think the checks are done, but I think we're okay on that one. Hopefully, it sucks because, I do love YouTube. I think it's great. But there's certain things they do to us creators that is not really that cool. Yeah, we're good so far. Let's hope it passes all the checks here in a few minutes. But anyway, it was 4 hours and 38 minutes. That's a lot longer than I like to go. All right, so we're live right now, and we're going to continue on with this today. Now, I was going to put up 2 streams. I just can't do it right now. So what we've done is I'm going to be covering the protest, and I'm going to be covering the war going on at the same time. So the protests, these are paid protesters. They've been given these special flags and signs. I want you to notice that no matter where we go today, the protesters will be holding the same signs and the same flags because this was all China funded. All this protesting you see out here is China funded. Now, does that mean each individual person is making money? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But it does mean that everybody has been promoted to be there by someone that's getting paid, given stuff by someone that's getting paid, given stuff that has been paid for, and even given some kind of incentive to be there. And a lot of them are just outright paid. So it's all there. Yeah, I can't find a live stream out of New York. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All right, the upper left-hand screen is the one that's really important right now. That's the skies over Tel Aviv. And we have already had sirens there and incoming. So, yeah, it's hard to get the word out on YouTube about your channel, but once you do, people find it, they like you, and hopefully it works. I'm still working on getting up there. I got like 27,000 subs. That's pretty good. Oh, is this the New York one? Let me see here. Let me get that link. Bada boom, there it is. Okay, let me see how I'm going to put this in here. All right, it's upper right corner, guys. It's a little scrunched. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit, but it's a little scrunched. But the upper right corner there is New York. I'm running out of real estate. All right, let me get the labeling right. Okie doke. That's how that's done. All right, so there we go. We got that one imported in there. We'll leave that as long as it stays up. I don't know why some of these protesters, it seems like they didn't think about extra batteries or something. All right, there you go. Portland, Oregon, and New York, New York. There, we got that going on. And we've also got one in Seattle that's going on. We're also upper left. We're watching the skies over Tel Aviv. And also all those other ones you see there in the larger screen. Same thing there. We're watching the skies in several different locations around. There is Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Is it Haifa? And I'm trying to see. It's the ones I can see. See if I can get the bottom. For some reason, these keep getting cut off in here. Beirut, Lebanon, Doha, which is in Qatar, and then is it Ashkelon in Israel? So there you go. That's where we're at right now. There's a bunch of different views there from several countries, mostly from Israel, and those we're watching those in there, and then we're also keeping an eye out for breaking news. I'm also watching severe weather right now. Believe it or not, we do have some severe weather. I'm going to bring you up to speed on briefly. Wow. It's when it rains, it pours, literally. Here we go. Not that one. The other thing I want to draw your attention to is right here in east central Florida. We currently have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. That's that sound that you hear there. That's the severe thunderstorm warnings coming in. And here we go. Fort Pierce, White City, areas north of Port St. Lucie, seeing a severe thunderstorm right now with another one right behind it that's about to go through St. Lucie Village. So people on the East Coast, on the Barrier Islands there, look to the east. You're going to see, look to the west. You're going to see an approaching storm as it comes over the Barrier Islands there. And there is a camera here. I don't know what it's going to show us, but this is Ocean Grill in Vero Beach, where it's already raining pretty good. This is a live shot there of Vero Beach, where you can see the rain is already coming down. Most of the heaviest is going to pass just south of this one, though. But yeah, just a mess right there. All right, and so we're going to keep watching this as it goes through. If there's any tornado warnings, I'll break in with those. And we're going to keep on watching. And that's radar, thanks to Radar Omega. All right. So we are continuing our live coverage here of not only the severe weather, not only the war in Iran that we've got going on right now, but also the protests, the anti-war protests. This is a car rally in Seattle, Washington, right here. A car rally in Seattle, Washington that's supposed to be protesting ICE. My bad. Protesting the war in Iran. Sorry, I get the delusional liberal protests all mixed up. Sorry about that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's see. I'm trying to see what is going on here with my chat room. There we go. It's working. All right. Let's see. Another one here. Neighbor, New York Live. Is that the one you already gave me, I think? I think it is. Okay, so yeah, there's two different feeds now coming out of the protest. Thank you for that link. And it is also, this is another part of the protest that's going on. Let's see if we can, I'm going to put that over me for right now. Let me get rid of aircraft tracker. I don't need that on there. That's in New York. The one that's over where I was just a second ago, that's in New York. And that is going to be browser 1. And let's see if we've got audio.
Hands up, Iran now! We want justice, you say how? Hands up, Iran now! Hands up, Iran now! Hands up, Iran now! Hands up, Iran now! It is clear to all of us here, to everyone watching, like Eitan said, that the people of this country don't approve of this war. We reject this war on Iran. We reject this war on all of the Arab region. We reject this war on Gaza, on Palestine, the genocide that has continued for 2+ years now. We reject it, and we stand here today to put an end to it. Next up, we're going to hear from Tahir from the Palestinian Youth Movement.
We want justice, you say how? Hands off Iran now! We want justice, you say how? Hands off Iran now! brothers and sisters, late last night, the Trump administration and Israel launched horrific, murderous attacks on Iran. I need more energy than that. I need more energy from all of us here than what I'm seeing right now. Repeat after me. We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Hands off Iran now!
Hands off Iran now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Hands off Iran now!
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 Said hands off Iran now!
Hands off Iran now!
Okay, that's a little
I don't
more
know
like
if
it.
that's the same guy we were watching. I don't think so. That was a different part. That kept
Shame
coming out of the
on
defense
this
center.
American
In the
government,
back of his-
which launches a brutal campaign after months
see if I can
of
make a
building
short
up
out of that. He and I
expensive,
were talking.
costly military installations
going
all
on.
through the Arab and Iranian region just to attack a people that want sovereignty
An
for
agent in
themselves.
now.
Shame on this American government that makes speeches announcing war, brutally and callously talking about how it will cost the lives of people here and the lives of people all around.
I said Chingalamitra. Chingalamitra. No
Chinga
Trump.
de what?
No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
What does Trump have to do with KKK? Those were Democrats.
Hey, Chinga to MAGA! 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 Tell me what the people need! Tell me what the people need! Already in sovereignty! Already in sovereignty! Tell them what the people need! Tell them what the people need! The U.S. out of the Middle East! The U.S. out of the Middle East! The U.S. out of the Middle East! The U.S. out of the Middle East!
What did she? Oh my God.
The U.S.
No, I knew audio.
Money for jobs and education. Money for jobs and education. Not for war and deportation. Not for war and deportation. Money for jobs and education. Money for jobs and education. Not for bombs and deportation. Not for bombs and
Turn our heads
Not
and
for
look
mass
away from the
incarceration.
devastation
Not
or
for
we
mass
face it in solidarity.
Not for war and deportation. Not for war and deportation.
So I don't know what y'all gonna be doing, but I know what I will be. And it has to be very clear that it is not accidental that these attacks are falling on schools. Because the classroom is where we learn history. The classroom is where we connect with the peoples of the world and understand our shared struggle and our shared salvation and solidarity with each other. There's no separation between the bomb that fall on the children in Iran and the defunding and the stripping of services in our districts in the Bronx and around the country. They have to attack the schools because the schools give them the understanding of the world. They have to attack black history because they know that the black people in this country and around the world have been a detonator for anti-imperialist, anti-colonial movements. So when you fight against them, know what you are fighting for. To continue the resistance movement that have started long before you were born and will continue into the future. We have to join those movements. We have to expand those movements. We have to make those movements everywhere so nobody has the opportunity
Guys, that's something I've been saying all along with these protests. When you look at how many people are in the country, I mean, when you think about it, people are like, oh, look, there's 50 people out there. There's 60 people out there in front of the ice building. 60 people out there in front of the ice building. Really? I mean, okay. There's 342 million people in the country. 342 million and 50 showed up. So yeah, I mean, by these standards, that's 0.000001. I mean, Pocahontas is more Indian than that. I mean, that's like an astronomically low number. So just, you know, putting that out there, just kind of a low number. If 1% of the country showed up, just 1%, there would be 300,000 people in the street. You see what I'm saying? If 1% of the people, 1% showed up, there would be 300 million people or 300,000 people in the street. No. Okay, Lead Farmer, I think you're misunderstanding. I speak out for freedom of speech. These people are doing something that's legal here. They're blocking roads and they're right on the edge on a few things, but right now it's legal and it's civil, and that's cool. And I'm for that. I'm even the one that says, hey, if they want to burn a flag, let them burn a flag. It's freedom of speech. You have to protect the speech you don't like. That's freedom of speech. Everybody protects the speech they like and the speech they say. But when you protect the speech that you don't like, that's when you're an advocate for the freedom of speech, like I am. Neighbor, that's the gray area I speak of. When you shut down commerce, you shut down people's businesses, you create a public nuisance. The fire department, the police department have to send units out there to stand by, and we have to take actions and make arrests and all that. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's definitely illegal. It's illegality. It's not a riot, but it certainly is civil unrest that is illegal. I mean, I think they're being pretty cool so far. Of course, in these liberal towns, the cops won't do anything. They're afraid. Yeah, foreign government paid for this protest. Absolutely they did. China came from there. We know the guy's name and everything. We know right where it came from. They had the signs already printed up, and they had people already, boots on the ground, moving before daylight. Well, here we have a problem with this, Brenda, because what the left considers hate speech and what the right considered hate speech is two totally different things. And you can't police speech. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech, and that includes hate speech. It does. That's what I said. Freedom of speech is hard. It's difficult because it's not protecting your speech. It's protecting the speech of the person standing across from you that's disagreeing with you. And that's the hard part. And if you really want it to be free speech, it has to truly be free speech. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If it's citizens on their own out protesting, I'm fine with that. I am. However, there is some things here that are illegal. Also, it's being funded from outside the country. Yeah, I mean, because that is, you're right. That is kind of what the left is doing to us. I don't like your speech, so I'm going to shut it down. So that's basically how it is. Yep, that's what people always say, man, you're in a bubble. You're in a bubble. You know what? Fine. I'm in a bubble. This from the people who are in their echo chamber. Guys, we allow free speech in here. We even allow, right up to calling me a Nazi, I guess, is okay. But I ask that you type in regular letters. I don't mind if you emphasize one or two words with capitals or something. But when you start putting in 50 little emoticons and 50 little, capital letters and all that, it starts to get to be too much. I certainly don't mind a few emoticons and I don't mind a few capital letters. But I just want to keep, because here's the thing. When people start typing in all caps, it gets angry, and people start feeling like their speech needs to be seen above other people's speech, and I don't like that. So that's why I do that. Maybe it's because a lot of them have jobs. I don't know.
Y'all, I want y'all to notice where we are. We are here in front of the U.S. State Department. That's right. Boo! Shame! The State Department is where the foundation for U.S. wars is laid. Ain't that right? Through their diplomatic corps. They go to countries.
Yeah, if you're a liberal out there, give your troll liberal friends our link. We would love for them to troll us. Go ahead.
Through economic warfare, through spying, and all the different things that the State Department is up to, they lay the foundation.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know who paid for what or whatever, so we have to err on the side of allowing it.
And throughout the South America, the State Department is the enemy of every peace-loving society and person in this goddamn planet. Ain't that right? The State Department is an evil place which cracks open economies and countries for U.S. profit. Shame.
Listen to this lunatic.
They are protected by the State Department, and their interests are projected across the planet by the State Department. Ain't that right?
That's right.
So we say, shame.
I'll tell you where shame lies. Shame lies in them Democrats that didn't stand up in the at State of the Union. That's where the shame lies, right there. Ooh, we got in Haifa, Israel. I just saw a bright light on the horizon. Could have been a camera anomaly. That's right in the center screen.
And all these pigs who are sitting here protecting it. Ain't that right?
Oh, Lord.
Because we had such a long route, things to get to the low lease, we have run out of gas. We have a backup speaker system. We're going to work to get it popping. In the meantime, we're going to protect. Ain't that right?
Yep. No, I agree with a lot of that, BN. You're absolutely right. They just need power in numbers and enough sheeple that will just do whatever they ask them to do.
Trump and PSA? This is PSA? Let's go! Trump must go now! 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 Now, we also have a speaker from PSA, so in honor of this announcement, we're going to...
Yeah, I don't understand the whole white women. Most liberal activism is white women. Most of it. It's crazy. Yeah, neighbor, that's what that's always my thing is what is the end run here? What's the end goal? What do they expect? I mean, ICE is doing the job we sent them to do. ICE is deporting people just like Barack Obama did, just like everybody else did. Yeah, I'm telling you, these are paid protesters, guys. This is a paid deal. This is China. This is a paid protester. And look, the Portland one, the Portland one is an anti-ICE protest. I'm pretty sure, or at least some of them are there for anti-ICE. See, this is a problem the left has. You'll go out and ask 20 people, "What are you protesting?" And I'm protesting my right to kill babies in my womb. And you go to the next one. "What are you protesting?" "I'm protesting the fact that I think that they should not deport people who are here improper." And you go to the next one. "What are you protesting?" "I'm protesting women should be able to be in sports. I want to be." "What are you protesting?" "I'm protesting for women's rights. I think women should get paid equally, and that's why I'm wearing a vagina hat right now." "Okay, what are you here protesting?" "Oh, I'm a 1%er, man. I'm a 1%er. I'm here protesting the fact that all those rich bastards got all the money, man." So who's the next one? You go to the next one. "What are you protesting?" I think that people should stay out of the bedroom and out of my uterus." You go to the next one. "What are you protesting?" "I'm protesting because I was bored today and I wanted something to do." The point is, not a single one of these people's here for the same reason. They're professional protesters. They just like the protest. They like the atmosphere. They don't drink. They don't go to bars, and this is what they do to kill time. That's it. They fall for everything. They stand for nothing. There's a country music song about it. And it's absolutely true. This guy's a fruitcake. They hate rich people. Guess what? How many of you work for poor people? No, I'm serious. If you don't work now, think of your last job. How many of you worked for poor people? How many of you worked for middle-class people? Now, how many of you worked for rich people? I got news for you. I've always either worked for the taxpayers or for rich people. Yes, Trump freed the Iranian people. I think that this is going to end up being looked upon kindly by the Iranian people. Good, I hope so. I hope they plan it. You know what? Every time they plan a boycott or a shutdown, it ends up always being good for Republicans one way or the other. And so I hope they do. I hope they plan a shutdown. I hope they do it. And, I want to tell you guys a little story. They boycotted Chick-fil-A. Do you remember this? They don't like Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A likes Jesus Christ. So they don't like Chick-fil-A. And they boycotted Chick-fil-A. And you know what they did?
Sky Daddy's son, baby Jesus.
That's right. And so they told them, "Hey, nobody go to Chick-fil-A today. We're going to boycott Chick-fil-A." And the word got out that all the LGBTQIA2S plus people were boycotting. The Alphabet Mafia was boycotting Chick-fil-A. And so every conservative in the entire state of Florida went to Chick-fil-A and bought a chicken sandwich. I grabbed the recorder box and ran. I was producing the morning show. I drove up there. We drove up there and walked around with a microphone, a 92.5 Fox News microphone, and I was going up to people. The drive-through was wrapped around the building twice, and it stretched down through the parking lot. And I was asking people, "Why are you boycotting?" or "Why are you here?" And they're like, "We're here because those idiots on the left are boycotting this place, and we want to show our support." Chick-fil-A had the best day, the best week, the best month, the best quarter, the best year, and the best decade they've ever had as a business on that one day. Because the left chose to boycott them. So go ahead, left. Do it. Let's do it up. Do it good. Boycott me. Boycott me today.
They gotta stop calling you left because us left-handed people take offense.
Not lefties, lefty. Well, they're lefties. I don't know what they're called. Left-leaning.
This lefty ain't that kind of left.
Well, you're not a left-leaning lefty though.
Only in my pants.
It's LGB. It's LGB.
DQ.
It's LG. Oh wait, hold on. I'll ask again. How do you say
I will
it?
never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights.
Thank you, Trudeau. He always gets it right for me. That's Justin Trudeau, everybody. LGB, LBG, LAG.
I can't say my alphabet sober, let alone try to pull off that nonsense.
I know. I learned early on how to say LGBTIAQS 2 plus whatever. I'm pretty good at it. The T stands for terrorist. I don't know about that. It stands for totally unhappy with this whole country, is what it stands for. Oh my goodness. Oh, good. Look, anything union can shut down as far as I'm concerned. Teachers' unions, they're the worst. They protect people that don't teach your kids well. I hope they do. You know what? We've got school choice down here now. And your money follows the child, not the school anymore. And if they start walking out and all that bullshit, that's just that much more incentive for people to put their children in private school. If you're in Florida, your $8,800 that would normally have gone to the school district of your county to teach your child is now a mobile money. It goes with your child. If your child goes to this private school, that $8,800 now goes to that private school. This does two things. Number one, it gives your kid a better education. It gives you more choice over it. And it pays for most of it. And number two, what this does is it defunds those public schools that have not been doing well.
I gotta say, I had both experiences, and back in the day, I find that mine wasn't that bad. But then again, I come from a generation where we sat in class and we listened and we learned and we did things, not like these little hoodlums today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I think teachers need to be highly restricted on what they're allowed to tell our students and teach our students. I don't agree with most of what they're teaching our students when it comes to things. And in Florida down here, we have just ended this DEI shit completely about 2 years ago. We elected all conservatives to our school board. We have ended all those programs. We're now back to Common Core is completely out. We've got rid of DEI, Common Core, and the other one. Anyway, it's all gone. And we're now teaching kids the way they should be taught down here. And our scores are going up. And we're getting rid of these teachers. All those teachers that spoke a bunch of shit about Charlie Kirk getting shot and killed, yeah, they're all gone. They don't work there no more. And they're not putting up with this bullshit from these liberal educators anymore.
You ought to see now nurses and shit talking about if ICE agents and shit like that coming in, nurses are being fired left and right.
Yep, they've been firing these liberal nurses across the country for posting on Facebook that they won't treat ICE agents with gunshot wounds if they get rolled into their ER. Boom, you're fired, lady. That's the way that works. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of that going on. A lot of, and here in our school district here, they not putting up with it no more. We had a bunch of kids walk out of class for the ICE protests.
Yeah, one was an anesthesiologist. Yeah, she gone.
Yep, and so what happened here in Lee County students faced disciplinary action following the ICE protests. A bunch of these students, over 2,500 students, decided that they were going to walk out of school. Now, they say they were walking out because they don't like ICE, but we all know they were walking out because they don't like class, okay? There's a difference, but we all know what the real truth is there, but let's just leave that part of it on the table. Students nationwide protested ICE following the killings of Renee Good and this is a left-wing news thing I'm reading here, you can tell. The district reported 2,480 students engaged in disruptive behaviors during the protests. Specifically, 2,037 students have received discipline for skipping class or being late, 393 for safety violations, and 50 for insubordination and disrespect. We're not putting up with this bullshit. You have the freedom of speech. But that doesn't mean, look, I have the freedom of speech. So tomorrow or Monday, I'm going to tell my boss, you know what, Jeff? Screw you. I'm going to walk outside and hold a flag. It doesn't work that way. Your commitments come first. Okay? And if your commitment is to school and you're in school and there's rules in the school, just because you want to exercise your freedom of speech doesn't mean the school has to let you. Okay? They're allowed to give you an opportunity if they want to, or they can make you wait till after school, which is what they should do. You can't disrupt the curriculum for free speech. Now, a lot of times they offer students a time and place and manner to do it in school, and I'm cool with that. But in this particular case, the students were told, you go at 2 o'clock, 2:30, you get out of school, you meet outside, you go do your protest. That's how it's going to go. That doesn't interest students because they wanted out of class. I know, because I hated every minute of school. I know. I get it. You're not fooling me. But the point is, that was not a valid reason to get out of school or to be tardy. Okay? And they were all doing it because, just like most liberals, they were all a bunch of opportunists.
Don't be tardy for the party.
Okay, we got air raid sirens again in Tel Aviv. Let me see if I've got sound on browser 7. Stand by.
Don't be tardy for the party. Kim's so sad.
All right, guys, we've got air raid sirens in Tel Aviv. We've got incoming. Oh, there it is, incoming. It looks like it got it. I think they got it.
Oh, say can you see?
All right, so yeah, we've got inbound missiles. It looks like the Iron Dome got that one. Okay, let me try something here. Yeah, no, it's all good. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. All right, we just had another one coming in there. I'm going full screen. Looks like the Iron Dome got that one. This is live. This is the skies over Tel Aviv, Israel. We've got incoming. I can't wait till we have our Golden Dome. This audio is live out of the site there. Oh, there was a flash on the horizon. Another one. Looks like that one was hit above the horizon. Looks like it got it. Sometimes they can overwhelm the dome. If they send too much at one time, that's how they can overwhelm it. But yeah, if they're sending them one at a time, they should be okay. They should be able to repel that. All right, that's max gain on the audio. Yeah, this happens all the time. Anytime their missile doesn't make it where it's going, they just blame the other side. Oh, look, they blew up a school. No, it's like you guys blew up a school. Let's get it right. Okay, I'm going to watch the moment something comes up again. We're going to go back to it. I'm keeping that audio source up, and I can switch back in a moment's notice. Okay. Greta, wow, okay. See ya. Okay, this is live continuing coverage. We're watching the skies over Tel Aviv, Israel, where we just had incoming. It looked like everything was intercepted by the Iron Dome from the best we could tell. There was one flash down on the horizon we're not 100% sure on. that beeper thing was funny. Oh boy. Yeah. All right, and I'm looking for more videos, so hang in there. All right, I found another one here. I'm setting up some more good views from the area there.
Because a couple weekends ago, they staged out here, thinking that none of us would know they were out here. So we'll just take a walk up and see if this parking lot is empty. It's looking like it is, but we'll make sure.
Wow, okay. All right, guys, everything I'm pretty sure, I know I've got, I think, one up there that may be older, the New York one up top there, but other than that, everything else should be live. I'm keeping it going here. We had a missile attack on Tel Aviv about 10 minutes ago. We captured it live here. I'm set to go full screen. If it happens again, I am set to go full screen just that quick, and we can transition that out. So we are going to keep an eye for that. All right. All right, guys, my name is Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and you are watching live here, live on YouTube. We are covering the war in Iran and the subsequent protests, and also some severe weather in Florida. We're covering all that today. So thank you for being with us. My name's Ian. This is Starship Studios. I'm in North Fort Myers, Florida, broadcasting all over the world. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Now back to the grid. I got the link for the music. Hold on. I looked it up earlier. I've got it right here somewhere. There's the link for the music. You should post. Just click the link. Don't try to copy the link. Just click the link. That's why it seems like it's not working, but it's because it truncates the link. But if you click it, it'll still work. And you guys can download anything in that folder, and you can have it, and you can use it. There's a lot of like political satire stuff in there. There's lots of different music, some for ham radio, some for politics. So have fun, enjoy. And the audio in there and the pictures, anything you see in there, you're welcome to use with your show or with your YouTube channel or whatever you got. The music will not give you a copyright flag, so that's nice. Oh boy, here we go. The Blue Texan. Here we go. Here's our troll for the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Blue Texan. So the MAGAs have started World War III now. The guy that has brought more peace to this world than any of the last 10 presidents, and you're telling me that he, in fact, has started World War III. Well, there you go. Apparently you know the best, right? I'm sure. Just ask. I mean, seriously, come on. If you don't want them to zip, just download them one at a time. Yes, in fact, I am. I'm pro-ICE because I'm pro-law and order. I'm pro-sovereignty. I think that's important to understand. I'm pro-ICE because I'm pro-sovereignty. I believe that a nation without borders is no nation at all, and that we have to have our borders, and we have to be a sovereign nation. You have to have borders, and you have to control who comes and who goes. And I think that I think it's unreasonable for someone to hate ICE simply because they're doing their job. They're literally doing their job. You know, do you realize how many people?
Somebody's gotta do it. I mean, people from picking up shit to scraping off bubble gum to burying people. There's always a job out there somebody's got to do.
Yep, exactly. So I mean, if you sign up for a job, you get sworn in to do that job, you do that job. They're not doing anything wrong. If they're doing something wrong, is every president so far done something wrong? Richard Nixon, 69 to 74, deported 43,000. 43,000.
And that's big numbers back then.
Gerald Ford, 74 to 77. He deported 35,000. Jimmy Carter, Democrat, deported 50,000 people. Mr. Nice Guy, build a house. He deported 50,000 people. Ronald Reagan, the old Gipper, one of my favorites, deported 150,000 illegal aliens. George H.W. Bush deported 152,000 people. Bill Clinton deported 869,000 people. George W. Bush deported 2 million people. Barack Obama deported over 3 million. And actually it's a lot higher than that, but let's use these numbers for right now. 3 million. Donald Trump has still, counting both terms, not deported as many as Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama deported 3+ million. As many as 6 million. Now I want you to think about that. Donald Trump, we're what, 250 million? Or 2.5 million counting both terms so far. So he's literally Hitler. What does that make Barack Obama, who had his ICE go out and deport 3, 4, 5 million people? What does that say? Yes, I'm pro-ICE because I'm pro-sovereignty. I'm pro-United States. I'm a patriot. I believe in our country and our sovereign right to allow who we want and don't want to come in. If that makes me bad in your eyes, then you're wrong. Sorry.
It's not fair for the people coming through the front door the right way, making years.
Carlotta's got a great point. What about all these people that are coming in the right way? What about all these people that came in the right way? They waited, they paid their money, they wrote their letters, they learned their English, they took their tests, they learned the Constitution, they did it right, they followed the rules, they did everything they were supposed to do, and yet all these millions of people have jumped ahead of them in line. Bullshit.
Everything for free.
And they get everything, they're giving them shit for free, they're putting them up in hotel rooms. Meanwhile, the people doing it right are still stuck somewhere.
5 years later, still waiting to get the golden.
Yes, I'm pro-ICE. Absolutely, I'm pro-ICE. Because I'm pro-sovereignty. I'm pro-country. Yes, absolutely, I'm a patriot. You can't say you're a patriot or you love your country, you're pro-country, if you hate ICE. Because what ICE is doing is they're out there trying to fix something that was broke to try to keep our sovereignty as a country. My God, can't you see that? We lose a little bit every day, absolutely. We lose a little bit every day, a little bit of our sovereignty, a little bit of our freedom. It's just terrible.
And if it's so bad they don't like it, let them go live in another country for 30 years. 30 years they have to live there.
Led, she has just as much right to speak on this show as I do and as you do. So if you want me to censor her speech, maybe I'll censor yours. That's pretty stupid. How about that?
Yeah, better yet.
The lunatic left. That you got that right. Yeah, no, I love trolls. I love trolls because they come in and they help my algorithms. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, somebody in my free speech chat room thought that you shouldn't have free speech rights. Isn't that
They
crazy?
can kiss my big fat white ass.
That's kind of a strange thing, isn't it? To you know, that's not very free speech, is it?
They're one of them. Say as I do, not as I say. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, apparently. My ICE has not murdered anybody. Not anybody. I'm a former law enforcement officer, and I will tell you, fact certain, that he had every right to do what he did there. That woman was trying to run him down. She's the one that made every bad decision that day. Every single bad decision that was made that day was made by her.
Yep, and she don't get a pass because she's got a twat and bleeds.
That's right. She went there. She chose to drive there. She chose to put her dog and her significant other in danger. She chose to pass lines. She chose to get in front and block police. She chose to obstruct law enforcement and commit felonies. She made all the bad decisions that day. Cops don't all protect each other. Ask my audience how I feel about cops. Go back to my the parade video from last Saturday and see how I dressed down a sergeant. I am not a bootlicker. In fact, I'm not very happy at all with the way law enforcement's going today. But I watched that from so many different angles. You can't drive a vehicle towards a cop. You can't do it. You get shot. That's the law. My God, it's just simple. It was a woman. Yes. So what? Big deal. I don't care what color they are. I don't care what gender they are. I don't care what religion they are. I don't care.
You women want it right, so don't you women get pissed off when you...
Anyway, the point is, what happened that day is very clear. Number two, you don't bring a gun to a protest where you're going to get in a tussle with cops. That was stupid. Bad decisions. All the bad decisions that day were made by him. See, I look at who made the first subsequent harmful event. Who made the decision that day to do something wrong? Many times it's the cop, and I come down on them too. I mean, cops violate civil rights way too much, in my opinion, in this country. Okay? And I am not pro-cop, but I'm not anti-cop either. We need these guys. And it needs to be fair. When they're right, they're right. It needs to be fair. And here's the thing. She chose all the bad decisions that day that ended up her dead. He chose all the bad decisions that day that ended up him dead. Okay? All those decisions were made by those people. Bottom line. So it doesn't matter how many times you put in my chat room, they killing people, they're killing people. No, they're not. They're not. People are getting themselves killed. Say it right. People are getting themselves killed. People are going to protests armed and getting into scuffles with police. People are going to protests, driving down the road and deciding to interject themselves in a law enforcement situation and commit multiple felonies, including at least aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer at the very least. So the whole thing with you guys coming in here and doing this, thanks for helping my algorithms, but I'm not going to let you get away with it. It is not illegal to carry a firearm at a protest, but you are responsible for what happens to that. And if you're going somewhere looking for trouble, maybe that's not the best time to carry a gun. I guess you can't legislate stupid. But that's the bottom line. He went there looking for trouble. Okay? I carry a gun to protect myself. Okay? I don't carry a gun so I can be offensive. I don't carry a gun so that I can get involved in things. Again, all the bad decisions were made by him. He made the bad decisions. He put himself in that situation completely. And then you want to blame the outcome on others. You won't put any blame on those two people. That in itself shows that you're completely biased. You're completely biased here. I look at every situation. If the cop's wrong, I say the cop's wrong. I've got exposés on my channel of cops that were wrong. Okay? You're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. You know what side I'm on? The side of the truth. That's what side I'm on. Uh-oh, here comes Mom Gidi. Oh, I don't have the camera on anyway. I've got all my screens filled up. Yeah. I never said you could or couldn't carry a gun. See, once again, you hear what you want to hear. I suggest Trump drops. You can call it suicide by ice. If that's the decision you make, then yeah, you can have suicide by ice. You sure can, but it's your decision. It is. It's common sense. If you're going to go somewhere and break the laws, you probably shouldn't be carrying a gun. In Florida, if you commit a felony and you're armed, it's another felony. Okay? It's that simple. Yeah, I know I don't have the camera on, but Mama Bleep's here. There we go. Say hi, Mama Bleep. Say hi to everybody. There we go. She's here. You can't see her because she's about like as dark as anything in here, and everything's gaffed, so you can't really see her. But there you go. That's Mama Bleep. Mama Bleep. All right, we are watching live views over Tel Aviv, and we are watching a number of different views over the Middle East. We've already had a missile attack on Tel Aviv about 20 or 30 minutes ago. Yes, if you have a firearm while you're committing a felony, it carries a heavier penalty, yes. Sometimes an additional charge. No, the problem with the left is they have no critical thinking. That woman probably, was she smart enough to understand that what she's doing can get her killed? Probably not. I don't know. Why is it that she can break every rule in the book, but when the cop does exactly what he was trained to do in the academy, he's the murderer? I mean, come on. That's just unreasonable. It's stupid. It really is stupid. It's a stupid point of view. All right. She's not owed any justice. You didn't hear a word I just said. You guys just, your truth is truth enough. Doesn't matter what the law is. It doesn't matter what the law enforcement training is, which I've been through, by the way. Doesn't matter to you what she did, all the bad decisions that she made. None of that matters to you. It doesn't matter to you that he was trained to shoot at cars that were trying to run him down. Does that matter to you? None of that matters to you because that's all truth. She'll get no justice because she deserves no justice. She created the situation that caused her death, period. She does not deserve justice. She accelerated towards an armed police officer who was giving her instructions actively to stop the vehicle. So, get out of the vehicle. There was multiple commands given. She violated the commands. She violated the perimeter. She stopped vehicles that were in motion with her vehicle. There's a lot of things that happened there. Every single one of those decisions was her bad. She was a mother, has nothing to do with it. Mothers can get killed just as easy as anybody else if they do something astronomically stupid. That has not, see, I can tell you're a big lefty liberal because it's I don't care what the paper says, it's what my heart feels that's important. Oh, it's just what my heart feels.
Every day and get killed and their fathers. What's the fucking difference?
Because my heart feels bad. Oh. All that matters is what you feel in your heart. No, all that matters is the truth in the world. That's what matters. My Lord.
How many children lose fathers every year?
Why would the fact that she's a mother have anything to do with her getting herself killed? Explain that one to me. I would kind of like to know. How does that work exactly?
I don't know what the complaining's about. Women got half the money and all the pussy in the world. Why are they always bitching?
I don't know. I've never been able to figure that one out myself. I don't understand it any more than anybody else does, but that's what it is. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, I mean the left will try to get these officers jailed. They'll try to get these officers taken away from their family. These officers that just signed up and tried to do a good job, they didn't make any bad decisions that day. There was no bad decision they made that put them in harm's way. The woman put them in harm's way. She put them in harm's way, okay? How can you not understand that? She put them in harm's way. She created the first subsequent harmful event, and she created all the other subsequent harmful events after that that created the situation that ultimately caused her death. So how is that someone else's fault? Yeah, I agree. She was driving at cops with her car. Had she not been unalived, she probably should have been committed because she's nuts. Well, there's not any ICE officers. Do you guys are aware of a case where the ICE officer was wrong? I mean, these guys are acting with all kinds of due regard. They let things go on way too long. When I was in law enforcement, things happened a lot faster than they do. These ICE guys put up with shit for a long time before they finally do something. She was driving all around and everything else in that van. This could have went down a lot quicker than it did. Democrats use whatever leverage they have to change America. One party wants America to stay the same. One party wants America to change. It's not right and left anymore. It's right and wrong. Well, it is true that 7 out of the last 10 mass shootings were transgenders. Transgenders with guns is the most dangerous thing in our community. Yes, the officer was hit and he was injured. Absolutely. That's fact. Yeah, I mean, the thing with these cases are, no matter what you tell these people, it's their truth. Yeah, you have to understand, it's their truth. This is literally their truth, and they're not going to believe anything else. They don't want to believe anything else, and so you can talk to your blue in the face. I talk in here to them because they help my algorithms. And standard, that doesn't surprise me. People misuse 911 all the time. They call what I call the feelings police to come out and police feelings for you. It's the same thing when these guys walk into a public building with a camera and people freak out. People walk down the sidewalk with a camera and people freak out. People open carry a pistol and they freak out. It's legal now. No, dude, I'm not into men. It's just not my thing. I have no problem with it if that's your thing, but it's not my thing. Yeah, I'm into cats and women mostly. So there you go. I'm into radios too. I find that they betray me a lot less. No, I'm just kidding. I don't agree with that, BN. I don't, because the old Star Trek, although for the time was somewhat progressive, I'll admit that, but it was also about realism. It was realism. These people would have been looked at as someone who intruded in someone else's sovereignty, just like now. Matter of fact, there's several episodes that dealt with just this, with people intruding in other people's sovereignty. And then what do you do with these people? This exact thing has happened on different planets in different places. The Next Generation had a couple of them. Deep Space Nine had at least one I can think of offhand. And Voyager had at least one I can think of offhand. And then Star Trek continues with Vic Mignogna, has a great one with John DeLance in it that has this same story. The people coming from another planet and they don't realize they're from the other planet. Star Trek deals with this over and over and over again, and they don't deal with it by protecting the illegal aliens. They protect the sovereignty of the place where they're at. So I don't agree with that. No, you can call Star Trek socialism, but no, that's not what it is. It's realism. It's different. It's not socialism at all. Now, Gene Roddenberry had some socialistic visions. Him and Disney both were downright socialists or fascists. They had all kinds of different weird plans. But Star Trek itself was not quite down that road. Like I said, it was a little more progressive than the other stuff out there. But no, when it comes to Star Trek, I consider myself a specialist on the field. I know that show and its politics and its and every scene and every show. And yeah, absolutely. It's not as progressive as the progressive wants you to think, and it's not as conservative as the conservatives want you to think. Star Trek was realistic. It was very realistic, being in the middle. It was something that looked at things reasonably and dealt with things logically, and that's pretty much the way it was. So if you're on the left, you're probably thinking, oh, Star Trek was a bunch of libs like me. And if you're on the right, you're probably thinking Star Trek was a very conservative show. People were very responsible, and they went to work, and they did what they were supposed to do, and they did a good job, and they loved their country. And so I see both sides in it. And yeah, it's somewhere in the middle. It's realism is what Star Trek's about, is realism. The minority races had the right to sovereignty in their own country. You don't get the right to sovereignty in someone else's country or someone else's planet. You don't. Your sovereignty exists where you are a legal, where you were born, where you're legal, where you have your citizenship. That's where your sovereignty is. Our sovereignty's being threatened by people that come here like this. I don't know how it's so hard to understand. No, I've never traveled to the Middle East, and I have no plans to travel to the Middle East. Don't care, don't want to know. No, I have no desire to go to the Middle East at all. If I did go to the Middle East, it would be Israel, of course. Probably the only place I would like to see there. But no, I have no desire to go to the Middle East or North Africa or anywhere in that whole area there where all that mess is. Now, Europe, you could talk me into some stuff in Europe. Yes, Starship Troopers was based in fascism. They even used the Nazi uniform designs. Are you kidding me? Of course. But Star Trek was, I mean, it was not left any more than it was right. You can keep saying that all you want, but it's not going to change the truth or my opinion. There you go. They import bacon into the Middle East. That's funny. Yeah. No, Starship Troopers was actually kind of a pun on fascism. It was literally like it was designed to be like that on purpose. Like, what if the Nazis made it to space type of thing? I don't know what a good goy is, but I don't get into religion like that. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. I'm a good goy. I appreciate it. I don't know what all that means. Well, you can call it what you want. We're fixing a problem. He tried to work with them for a long time. We only had one actual drop-dead stipulation, and that's no weapons-grade uranium. And they would not meet us there. So, since they're the lead sponsor of terrorism in the world, we'll just take care of it this way. No, I didn't know one of the Golden Girls was on Starship Troopers. I did not know that. Yeah. And I haven't ate nothing today either, so I've been on this, I'm 6 hours in here and I haven't ate. So I'm going to be taking a break here in a few minutes to eat, but I'm going to keep things going. We're going to keep watching. Look at the signs, guys. Look at the signs. Lower left corner. Look at the signs. Dropped off, ready to go. Dropped off, waiting for people to show up and pick them up. There's your signs, all printed up. All printed up by Chinese interests. And there they sit. There they are. Blue team, the Blue Texan, I don't see things in black and white like you do. Okay? Life's a lot more complicated than you seem to make it think. Okay? When you talk about picking a side, war or peace, that's stupid. I can be for one war and against the next. It depends on what it's about. It depends on what we're fighting for. It depends on what started it. It depends on how. It depends on where. Time, place, manner, the whole thing. You can't just, so if you were for one war, I was for Afghanistan and against Iraq. Oh my God, I'm crazy. I'd have been for World War II and probably against Korea. Okay, so you can be pro one war and not pro another war depending on why it's being fought and who's fighting it. I don't think you guys really have a grasp on this at all. Again, you guys are so two-dimensional, okay? You can look, we dropped bombs on Japan for peace, and it worked. And we've had peace with Japan ever since. They're now one of our best allies. Okay? Sometimes you use force to get to peace. I know you liberals can't get that because your heart's bleeding so much. But you have to literally understand that not every situation's the same. In fact, they're vastly different. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to play a song. I'll be back in a few minutes, and I'll check in with you. But I do need to go for a few minutes. We'll see how this goes. I'll be right back. Hang in there, guys. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian. You guys keep that troll busy. Keep that troll busy because he's really confused and he needs some Trump and all. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We'll gather round, folks, from the hills to the plains. This here's a tale of a man who broke chains. Donald Trump, the boss, with a heart full of fire. Fighting communism, lifting America higher. He took a bullet for us, stood tall and afraid. While socialists scheme to take freedom away. From the White House to the border, he's kicking ass strong. Making liberals squirm, cause he's right all along. He built that big wall, 400 miles tall. Kept the invaders from taking it all. 7 million jobs, economy roaring like thunder, unemployment low, families rising from under, tax cuts for workers, no tax on your tips, overtime free, no more socialist grips, the energy king, drilling oil day and night, affordable gas, putting green dreams to fly. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him, cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue. He's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter, eternity. Space Force Command, AI leading the way. Genesis mission, cancer dying each day. Trade deals with steel, tariffs hitting them hard. No more endless wars, peace in our yard. Syria sanctions lifted, freedom rings loud. Global alliances making us proud. Western hemisphere strong, security tight. No room for socialists in this patriotic fight. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him, cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue. He's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, Minnesota's mess, fraud running wild, Somali scam stealing billions, undefiled. Tampon Tim dancing, letting it slide, but Trump's calling justice, turning the tide. Feeding fake futures, daycare doors locked, healthcare heists, Trump's got them shocked. Nick Shirley's light, shining truth on the scene. Citizen heroes, keeping it clean. Protests ridiculous, anti-law clowns, banging pots in the streets, shutting down towns. Ice out for good now, that's chaos they crave. Trump's enforcing order, the brave and the grave. Took a bullet in Butler, fist in the air. Fight he roars, showing he cares. Liberal screaming, cause he's right and he's bold. Successful as hell, turning lead into gold. He better get that Nobel. For peace he's the king, bringing freedom worldwide. Hear liberty ring. From Iran to the borders, kicking ass every day, handling crisis like wildfire, clearing the way. Socialists hating, but truth's on his side. Patriot powerhouse with God as his guide. Dems in disarray, losing their grip. Working class turning, jumping the ship. High prices falling, confidence high. Trump's Genesis plan, touching the sky. No kings, rallies flop, hypocrisy clear. Free Meadow Road cheers, man that's queer. Gays for Hamas, what a twisted game. Trump's fighting real evil, calling it by name. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him, cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue, he's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter, eternity. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, this is the land of the free. Baby, God bless the USA. Standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon wide, red rocks glowing in the evening tide, eagles soaring high above the pines, heart beating strong with these stars and stripes of mine. From New York City lights to the California coast, barbecue smoke and the ones we love the most, Pickup trucks rolling down a dirt road track. Fireworks popping, never looking back. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Oh. Down in Texas, longhorns running free, sweet tea sipping under live oak trees. Up in Michigan, lakes so blue and deep, fishing with my buddies, secrets we keep. From Nashville honky tonks to Nashville neon glow, country roads taking me home, don't you know? We got burgers grilling, cold beer in hand, freedom ringing loud across this promised land. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. We got the Rockies punching through the sky, Mississippi rolling, never saying goodbye. Hollywood dreams and Wall Street hustle, small town churches, muscle on muscle. We fight for what's right, we forgive when we can. From the amber waves to the home of the brave man, no other place I'd rather plant my boots. This red, white, and blue runs deep in my roots. Sunrise over the Smokies, fog lifting slow, kids playing ball in the backyard glow, veterans marching in the hometown parade, flags waving high for the price that was paid. We got cowboys riding, farmers in the field, factory workers giving all they've got to yield. From Alaska's midnight sun to Hawaii's shore, this land is ours forevermore. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Yeah. God bless the USA. One more time. God bless the USA. From Cape Coral to the heartland, coast to coast, we stand together, proud as hell. God bless the United States of America forever.
Sorry, guys, I'm having some issues here with some with my water system and stuff, and I'm dealing with that while I'm on the show. Um, Yeah, that I figured that's what's next. I mean, they love the left loves dictators. They love anybody that is anybody that's not, like us. Basically, anybody that's crazy. Ayo, you boomers, you straight wildin'. Okay, I don't. We tend to stick towards English here. Um, yeah, standard. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm having some issues here, and I'm dealing with it. Let me see if I can get a couple of streams replaced out here. Give me a few minutes, and then I'll go back and finish up what I have to finish up here real quick. I don't see anything new. It looks like all the Seattle people left their cameras on while they were driving home. So there you go. They're having a hard time letting go. Oh, it did CBS News to face the nation. All right, I don't see any new feeds. Let me check for protest feeds. Okay, this is hold on, guys. Let me. All right, there we go, guys. I'm sorry, I'm back. I've got some friends here working on my well system. We've had a dry well here, and we've been trucking water in for weeks. Yeah, and I still haven't eaten today, but I've got that in the microwave right now. Hey, Led, do you have some kind of issue with boomers? Because we're running the world right now, buddy. I mean, I don't know what's your problem. You've mentioned in a derogatory way boomers about 12 or 15 times. I mean, what do you what you know? What's the deal? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what your problem is with boomers. I really don't. But I can confirm to you, I just checked 3 sources, and I'm not a boomer. Boomers ended in 65, I think. So I've missed that by 4 or 5 years, sir. So I'm not a boomer. It's 1946 to 1964. That would put it 5 years before I was born. So I don't know what you're bitching about or what you're talking about. We're not a bunch of old people in here. I haven't been called a diabetic yet, and I don't think anybody's called me Hitler yet, but it's coming. The night's young, and I plan to be on late into the evening. So there you go. So the baby boomers are the 1946 to 1964 born generation. And this was officially designated the baby boomers because of the World War II baby boom. When everybody came back from the war, they started having babies. And so there was a huge baby boom, and that's why the boomers actually have a name that means something and more than some of the other ones. And the Generation X is 65 to 80. That's me. I'm in that generation, 65 to 1980. Often called the latchkey or middle child generation, grew up with MTV, personal computers, and economic shifts. And boy, ain't that the truth. I was a Commodore 64 kid. I had a Commodore 64 when I was in 8th grade and was very much into computers and have been ever since. Yep, and then you've got 81 to 96 millennials, Generation Z, 97 to 2012, and then Generation Alpha, 2013 to 2026. And there you go. So, yeah, I guess I hate to burst your bubble. I hate to burst your bubble on that one, but that's okay. I'm not a boomer. My parents were boomers, thank you. There you go. Yep, and we've got a big birthday coming up for the country. I think that's great. It sucks that all these anti-American leftists are all screwing everything up right now when our country's about to celebrate its 250th birthday. It really sucks. We've got things back on track. The economy's doing much better. We've got inflation arrested. We do what we do, which is stabilize and make things better. And you got the leftists out there doing what they do, disrupting and making things worse. And so there you go. That's what we have to deal with tonight. All right, let's see what else is going on. If there's any new news that's come out. anything going on with the war. We're covering the war in the Middle East right now, the U.S. and Israel, and we're being told, possibly with the assistance of the U.K. And others, Saudi Arabia possibly, they have moved into where we are dealing with this in the form of a war with Iraq right now. So that's Iran. I'm sorry. I was just getting into it back then with the whole Iraq thing, and so I don't know why, but that's twice tonight I've referred to it as Iraq instead of Iran. Anyway, the Israeli ambassador delivers response to the United Nations after the strike kills Iran's Ayatollah. And so there you go. He is dead, and they got him. Khamenei is dead, according to Trump. Let's see if we've got any video here.
There's some spots in Colorado.
In California, my favorite camping spot's at 10,000, but it's the only spot I know besides this. You go to Howard.
Going on this side. Yes, Terry, you're right, 100%. I'm so glad they're here. Now it's starting to fill in nicely. Again, there's no parking close, so people are coming in from the neighborhoods to be able to get out here. They're a group that go to all over, actually. They were in Minneapolis, and now they're here. They've been here before.
Yeah, Buckeyes!
Hi. Good. How are you? That's a caller there. Oh, do we have a troll? Oh dear, I didn't see the troll. I'm glad
Oh
she got
boy,
the
now
troll.
she's got a troll. Well, there you go.
Okay, now we'll go.
Gotta love trolls, man. I love trolls because they help my algorithms. And the thing is no matter how much reason you give to a troll, They don't care because they're not even really fighting the fight that they're fighting. They're just fighting because they like to fight. It's awesome. It also shows how little they are.
They are actually our first line of defense. We keep us safe through.
Make trolling great again. I've always said Donald Trump is the ultimate troll. I've been saying that for about 5 years now. I believe it. He's the ultimate troll. And I think that's why all the trolls are so angry because maybe he's getting all the good work. I don't know. Toto, thanks for joining. Welcome aboard the Starship. Glad you made it. We're here every night at 9 p.m. or whenever news breaks, 9 p.m. Eastern.
More sheriff's departments showing up. Again, we know that they're hiding behind on the other side of the ICE detention center. So right now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 showing. But there's at least 12 to 15 behind, so. Yeah, it is cloudy. We were supposed to have snow today, but it's not that cold. Either better.
And also these people, a lot of times these leftists aren't, hey, SKKKKKA3023, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. I do really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
We're supposed to get snow, not rain. Snow.
I do. All the money I make rolls back into the studio to buy more equipment. Thank you very much. All right, let's see here. This is a driving protest that's going on in the upper right. That's in Seattle. Lower left, I think, is LA. The center one there, I'm not sure. I thought that was Portland, but I'm not sure. But anyway, stay with us. Coverage continues. I'm grabbing a bite to eat here, and I'm going to stay with you on the coverage. So don't go anywhere. This is Starship Adventures. I'm currently in my 7th hour of live broadcasting today, and I plan to go about 7 more. So hang in there with us. This is Starship Adventures.
Just an announcement. There is a way for you to raise your voices against this atrocity.
Sorry, guys. I was putting my whistle on. I will be at the protest at 5 p.m. downtown. I like the peace sign hanging out the side. Yes, today at 5 p.m. there's an emergency protest downtown. I am going. I will leave here probably around 2 and make my way home to feed the dog, jump on the train, and go downtown to cover that protest also. Yeah, these are amazing. Then we got the salt. More costumes showing up. I just have my Morton Salt Girl t-shirt on. I am protesting ICE. I am not a regular protester. My protest is streaming. I stream mostly when no one's here.
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking for protests. I'm keeping an eye out right now.
Showing the ICE agents going in and out of this location.
Why aren't you chanting? Why aren't you chanting, sir?
Well, sorry. They have it on record saying that I'm a protester, so. The way I protest is the live stream. I'm not a regular protester. I don't carry a sign.
Shouldn't exist for our consumer society.
I don't scream. Only when something happens to me do I scream. Like what just happened with the car earlier. And the Broadview police just sat there and let him do that until he was shamed into going after him. Again, it looks like Broadview's in charge today. With state police backing them up.
I'll let Karen guys know, Mike.
I've not seen the chief yet.
Mike, I did it again. I just take your whole name and I put it together. That's what I'm doing. Mountain bike. I'll let Karen guys know.
Yeah, there's no agitation. No one is agitating anyone. And guess what? You're allowed to agitate.
Liberals will always stand there and tell you how peaceful the protest is while they're standing in front of a burning vehicle. I love it.
Kidnapping people off the street. You're allowed to make your voices known. And if you're really from Alaska, you should know that. There's nothing
I'm really trying to
violent about this protest whatsoever. And there hasn't been about any protests that have been out here. Anything that has been started by state police or the sheriff or ICE, not the protesters. If you want, you could look at my lives since the end of September.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There has been no violence by the protesters.
He definitely has the hard cast on still.
The protesters do shit until they have violence that has to be done. Like they have to be arrested or they have to be moved. And then they fall down. Oh my God, look, they're beating me. Oh. You caused it, just like the woman that got shot, just like the guy. When you cause the bad situation, you suffer the outcome, period.
It wouldn't be a protest. It has to be loud and noisy.
I'll probably be there.
That matcha ice cream that we tried from McShui was the worst matcha I've ever had.
We have our
It tasted
legal
like fake synthetic
observer
matcha.
here,
And
which
I'm
is
not
nice.
a matcha lover.
Wouldn't everybody be a legal observer?
That's wild.
I'm so excited to spring forward.
Once this is over, we'll probably go tunnel.
Nana's just scoping out the crowd. Oh, good. We got rid of Alaska. Good.
Renee Good was not murdered. Renee Good put herself in a bad situation, and she tried to kill a law enforcement officer with a motor vehicle. And what happened to her is exactly what they trained me to do in the police academy when I went through it. So you can use all these words all you want, okay? But murder indicates the intentional taking of a life. The only person there that did something intentional was her. She intentionally drove there. She intentionally put herself in harm's way. She intentionally drove towards a police officer after disobeying numerous orders. She got what she deserved. There is no justice due, and it's over. And I wish that people would stop all the anxiety about it because it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Yes, my mods will take you out faster than your head will spin.
I wish we had some quarters so I could go to Kittleton and win a prize.
Yes, I know. Nonviolent standing. That's
we
it.
usually
There
only
might be
come to
nonviolent
Little
yelling.
Tokyo on the weekday because
Oh, here comes, I believe,
so
the musical
busy.
group.
It's really hot down here also.
So we will have singing.
So,
that's nonviolent.
That's the problem the left is having, is all their arguments are weird and weak and stupid.
Oh my God.
Their argument is that that was the officer's fault. That just flies in the face of reality. It's just, what planet were you born on? Are you in the mirror universe? Does your Mr. Spock have a beard?
Let's go across the street and check out the Zen Garden for a minute.
That's all right. It was supposed to snow. It's not snowing. That's a good thing.
Hey, XM vibes.
Oh, they're singing Christy Nome is a bird-legged hoe again.
Oh, that's luck of the Irish. Look, green light. Or it was a walk signal. So it was white, I guess. So.
Hi, Tita. Welcome in.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi just came on.
This
for some
is the
reason
melt ice
when
protest.
I definitely shut it off.
Salt the ice. I don't know if you guys have heard, but
Community center.
we
There's this
have
really sweet
a
garden down here that
new
you can enter through the building.
salt truck in Chicago, a snowplow, and they've named it Abolish Ice. It was voted on.
Oh, Jesus
by all
God,
of
really?
Chicago.
Really? Seriously, lady? We've got a new snowplow, and we called it Abolish Ice. Uh-oh, we're so funny.
I got 2 alerts. Joe, no, I have still not done the laundry. Did we get a new member that I have to celebrate, or a new subscriber, or something?
चले गुरु दे मगर सो आज भी सिख ने फैसला करना है कि जे कोई आन के ना कहे तो जी मैं तेन इंडिया ले फलाने उधर तो फिर भाई जी गुरु वाले पेट हो जानी है गुरु वाल मुख करना सिख ने भावें जंग लगी होवे भावें सरकारां होण गुरु वाल नूं ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਲੀ ਮੁਕਤਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਮੁਕਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖੂਗਾ। ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਜੀ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੁੜ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ, ਉਹ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਮਾਇਆਧਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਕੋਠੀਧਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਬਿਲੀਨੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, ਮਿਲੀਨੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ। ਦਿਖਾ ਦਿਓ ਫਿਰ ਭਾਈ ਜੀ ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ 'ਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਅਮੀਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਕੇ, ਕਹੂਗਾ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ $1 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਹੋਗਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਜਾ ਕੇ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪੁੱਛ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਹਵਾ ਦੇ ਇਹਦੀ। ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਆਊਗਾ ਕਿਸੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਸਰੀ ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ ਦਾ, ਉਹ ਕਹੂਗਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਭਾਈ ਹਰਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਨਿੱਜਰ, ਉਹ ਸਿਰ ਚੁਕਾਊਗਾ ਭਾਈ ਕੌਣ ਦਾ ਯੋਧਾ ਸੀ। और ये नहीं पूछूंगा भी निजर को $1 बिलियन सीगा कि नहीं सीगा, निजर को कोठी सी, निजर को गड्डी सी, वो भाजी कौम का शहीद है, सिर झुकदा साडा ओहदे अगे। सो ये डिफरेंस है गुरु वाल ज्ञान। रैली च नहीं आया, चलो जेडे तो बेचारे सिंह जेडे अपने लोड चक के गए हुए आ, उन्होंने केस डिफरेंट है, कई बार स्टक हो जाते, लेट हो जाते, पर चाहिए नहीं इदा। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਭਾਈ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ 22 ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ ਆਊਗਾ, ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਮੁਕਤਸਰ ਦੀ ਜੰਗ ਚ ਪੜੂੰਗਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ 22 ਤਰੀਕ ਦੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਕਰ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕੋਗੇ ਲਓ ਜੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੰਪੇਨ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਹਰ ਇੰਚ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਮੁੜ ਗਏ ਆ। ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਝੰਡਿਆਂ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ, 2-2 ਜੀਪਾਂ ਮੋਗੇ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਧੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ, ਸਿਆਟਲ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਨੇਹੇ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਫਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੀਆਂ ਫਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਆਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੇਸ ਹੈ। ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੈਦੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਨੇ ਲੋਕ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਸੀਓ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਬੈਨਰ ਬਣਾਤਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਸੀਓ। ਉਧਰੋਂ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਸੁਰਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਉਧਰੋਂ ਸੀਓਕ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੁਰਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ। ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਾਲ, ਬਾਕੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਬੱਡੀ ਚੱਲਣੀ ਹੈ, ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਬਣੇ ਤੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਬੱਡੀ ਖੇਡਿਆ ਜਾਇਆ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਹਾਕੀ ਖੇਡੀ ਜਾਇਆ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ। ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ 2 ਗੇਮਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੋਲ ਬਾਲ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੌਕਰ, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਦਾਮ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੋਣਾ ਖਈਆ ਰਗਬੀ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਹੋਇਆ, ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਬਣਿਆ, ਉਦਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੀ। ਸਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਭੇੜ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਬੱਡੀ 'ਚ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਪੱਟਾਂ 'ਚ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਬਾਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਮੱਲ ਅਖਾੜਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੱਲ ਲੜਦੇ ਨੇ, ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਤਰਨਤਾਰਨ ਦੇ ਮੱਲ ਅਖਾੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਚਲਾਏ ਸੀ। ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਚੱਲ
Jesus, people, Rome wasn't built in a day. It'll take 3 years to get all these prosecutions done, the investigations done in Minneapolis. These are the same people that watch.
Such a retardo thing to do.
These are the same people that watched Joe Biden spend 4 years destroying an economy and then turn around and bitch because Trump hasn't put it back in 1 year.
This bitch probably doesn't even know where Iran is.
मोटरसाइकिल है, केसरी झंडिया वाले बोल्ट मोटरसाइकिल, हार्ली डेविडसन है, ये भी रैली वाली है भाऊ जी, ये भी रैली वाली है, ये भी रैली ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੋਈ ਸਕੀਮ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਜੀ।
What happened to Alex Khamenei?
ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਰੈਲੀ ਨਾ ਅੱਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰ
Not important to them anymore.
ਅਦਰਵਾਈਜ਼ ਫੇਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੁਆਇਨਿੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਫਲੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਕਾਰ ਅੱਜ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਸਲੂਟ ਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਟਰੱਕਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਰੈਲੀ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ
Yeah, it didn't take them long to falsely arrest J6 and falsely prosecute them. It took them 4 years, actually. They were still working on it. They were still working on it 4 years later, so get your facts straight.
Murtado found the only group of liberal white people that are protesting against it.
ਉਹ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜੀ ਆਸਟੋਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ? ਹਿੰਦੂ।
All the other streams, all those people are out in the streets cheering.
98% ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ। ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਅਰਬ ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਜਿਓ ਤੇ ਨੈਵਰ ਨੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਿੰਦੂਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਪਾਰਟ ਹੈ, ਹਿੰਦੂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ, ਪੱਗਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ। ਭਾਰਤ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਧਾਰਾ 25 ਦੀ ਥੱਲੇ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਕੌਣ ਆ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ these are Sikhs। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ no no no, Constitution of India tells 25B।
He seems like one of those people that makes anybody she encounters miserable.
Donald Trump in the USA! The biggest threat to the world today! Donald Trump in the USA! All right, now
dog up there. I can't.
Oh, aren't you in Washington?
Dog after that guy was
What's
over
going on
here.
the way home?
Yeah, which meant nothing because they should never have been arrested and they were released.
Like wrote something that wasn't.
There may still be fallout over all that.
CNN.
Yes, the garbage cans are full. The trash company
All those.
out here.
Public domain. I thought she was going to try to grab
This
my
morning,
phone.
he just pulled up with the truck and then turned around and left.
Driving by.
So he never
That's annoying.
emptied any of the trash cans.
Those guys on the
Zero.
motorcycles keep zooming by to be pricks.
Cherry.
Guy that was at No Kings 2.
Oh, at the United
who was
Center?
over here
Okay.
trying to do car sales.
Yeah, that's not.
Saying if you say
I'm
fuck
good for
Trump,
that.
you get $50 off a car. Oh wow, oh $50. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It was so dumb.
Again, I know there's a protest downtown at 5. I will be at. I'll stay out here until about 2.
Yeah. Literally every time.
Just to see old friends, actually.
She tried to say you're not like Alex Prenny.
All the old
Like,
friends.
Well, I'm not at an ICE protest right now. It's the same thing. You're out there with your camera. I know. It's not illegal. Like it's like she was like acting like ICE.
Yeah, Cherry, sorry.
Yeah, it's like that across.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it.
Whole nation.
That
was fucking weird.
Over here, you know, like over
No,
by
this
the
is
end
in,
of the protesting
Spokane,
area.
Washington.
And then just turned
I'm
around
sure
and
there's
left.
something going on in God, dude. So loud.
Tommy and them were out in Oregon City, and it was really like peaceful out there. Like they had people honking and supporting them. They had a few people yelling at them, but it was nothing like. It was actually pleasant to see them not like having to wash their backs.
Yeah, this is Washington State, Spokane, Washington. Very close to mega country in North Idaho and Coeur d'Alene.
I think they're working on a lot of that. You seem to think that the federal government works very fast. They were prosecuting Jan 6ers. They prosecuted as many of them as they could, and they were still not done 4 years later. So again, stop acting like things take 4 months to happen when they take 4 years to happen. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, you're putting time constraints on one side and not the other. So there you go. I think many of those Jan 6ers would have been fine because there was a lot of big attorneys working on this. I mean, obviously they were falsely accused. They were falsely arrested. There was no insurrection. It didn't meet it does not meet the definition of insurrection. So you can't call it an insurrection. And so, once again, like I always tell the left, let's call it what it is and quit making up fancy language. You know what the cops call it? They call it creative writing. Where you make the situation fit the crime because of the way you write the report. So the definition of an insurrection is a violent uprising against an authority or government, an act or instance of revolting against civil authority and established government. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Nobody fought with the police. Nobody resisted arrest. The people that, the handful of people that went inside were arrested. There was no insurrection. You have to have guns and you have to have the purpose. To have the purpose of taking over the country. That was not the purpose. So calling this an insurrection is ridiculous. It's not what it is. That's like calling a bank robbery an unauthorized withdrawal. Let's just stop making up different words and call shit what it is. This was not an insurrection. It never was an insurrection. Generally speaking, the left cares not about facts. They don't study facts because facts make them feel bad.
It's like they say, Trump says the air, air was good, they would stop breathing.
No one said anything about insurrection. That's all you people have called it. That's what you people have called it from day one. That was the clever little name you came up for it. So to say no one said anything about insurrection is ridiculous. Exactly. Why'd you mention it then? Biden made things happen. Biden couldn't make a bowel movement happen. 4 years, he ruined the economy. 4 years, the gas prices at terrible highs. Grocery prices, all-time highs. Inflation, all-time rates. You get the Republicans in, we brought inflation from 10% down to 2%. I mean, are you ignorant? Are you ignorant of this? Do you understand it? Do you see it? The economy was ruined under Biden. Trump gets in, suddenly there's recovery on the horizon. Gas prices down, $1.10 a gallon. Grocery prices down. Inflation rate down, 8 out of 10%. I'm telling you, it's amazing what's going on right now. And when you guys make ignorant, stupid statements like that, what have the Democrats got done for you? Name something the Democrats got done. They opened the borders and let everybody in. That was one thing they got done. Other than that, they really didn't get a lot done at all. So saying Democrats get things done and Republicans don't, that's just, you're literally just trolling to be an asshole. They're not, gas prices are not going right back up, pal. Okay? Gas prices have been stable for a while. In fact, ours have gone down slightly again in the last 30 days. We've lost another 4 or 5 cents in 30 days. They're not going back up, pal. Okay, I don't know where you're getting that from.
ਇੰਦਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਲੈ ਰਹਿਣ ਤੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਿਓ ਇੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ 'ਤੇ ਇਹੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫੈਕਟਰੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਵੀ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਇੰਗ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਯੂਪੀ 'ਚ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੋ ਲਾਓ ਭਾਅ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ
You're nuts. Where do you live? The gas price was $1.74. It was never $1.74. It's down to about 250, 255 here, and that's a new low since Biden took office.
600 ਏਕੜ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਆ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ 100 ਏਕੜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਕਟਰੀ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹ 100 ਏਕੜ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਠੇਕਾ ਆ ਜਾਇਆ ਕਰੂਗਾ, ਨਾਲੇ ਰੁਜ਼ਗਾਰ ਨਾਲੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੋ ਧੱਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਭਾਰਤ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਨਾ ਐਕਵਾਇਰ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਕੱਢੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਦੱਸੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਲਈਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੀ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਲੈਂਦੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਹੱਥਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਾਰ ਦਿਓ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ।
I'm looking for more feeds, guys. I'm looking.
ਦੇਖੋ ਕੀਮਤ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ, ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜੇ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੁਕਾਨਾਂ ਪੈਣੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਉਹਦੀ ਵੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ। ਵੇਚਣ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ, ਦੇਖੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਭਾਈ ਜੇ ਬੋਇੰਗ ਨੇ ਫੈਕਟਰੀ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਤਰਨਤਾਰਨ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਿਹੰਗ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਆਇਆ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਟੱਕ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਵੀ 20% ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ 40 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਇੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣੀ।
I don't see anything new, guys, but I'm looking.
ਤਰਨਤਾਰਨ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੌਕਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਅਗਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਜੀ ਡੇਰੇ ਦਾ ਇਹਨੇ ਲਾਈਟਾਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਲਵਾ ਲਈਆਂ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਬੋਇੰਗ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਦੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ, ਬੋਇੰਗ ਜਹਾਜ਼ਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੈਠੇਗਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ 50% ਸ਼ਾਰਟ, ਉਹਨੂੰ 50% ਇਹਦਾ ਹੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਡੋਨਲਡ ਟਰੰਪ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਇਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਡੀਲ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਡੀਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇਣਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਫਰਡ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ 2 ਤੋਂ 3% ਟੈਕਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਬੇਟਾ ਰਿਵ ਦਵੇ ਹੁਣ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ ਜੀ, ਆਪਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਡੀਲ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਆਪਾਂ ਨਿਹੰਗ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਸਤੀ ਡੀਲ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਸਤੀ ਡੀਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਧਰ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ, ਜੇ ਬੋਇੰਗ ਨਾ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟਾਰਬਕਸ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੌਸਮ ਡਲਹੌਜੀ ਵੱਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੌਫੀ ਬੀਜਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੇ ਬੂਟੇ ਕੌਫੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਿਓ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਲਹੌਜੀ ਚ ਲਾ ਕੇ
nothing there. Let me check here.
ਕੌਫੀ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਲਿਖ ਦੇਣਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕੌਫੀ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨ ਡਲਹੌਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਹਾੜਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈ।
Whatever. I can't understand that. My luck, I'll get copyrighted over some foreign song. That's happened to me before. Like, how am I even supposed to know? Yeah, no one paid $1.77 for gas. That's just They're always going to come up with the wild story. Oh, my gas was 177 and now it's 235. It's still $2 cheaper than when Biden was president. My Lord. Yeah, I'm sure you have a picture of that on a sign somewhere. I'm sure it was some deal they were having at that station. A grand opening or something. I mean, come on. Whatever. I don't know where you got some kind of special deal on the gas. That's all. Doesn't hurt me. You're either not being truthful or you're not telling the whole story. Nowhere in the country had under $2 gas in the last 12 months. I verified that, and so did someone else. This is what trolls do until they get caught, you know? Oh, I paid $1.75 for gas. Whatever your story is, mine's better. Wait till you see what them gas prices will be under communist rule. That's what you need is MAGA string Trump and all. If there's ever someone that needs it, I think it's you right now. Okay. I don't know if there's enough Maganol out there for some of you guys. Jesus. Leftists do have a problem with the truth. That's true. Especially when they're trying to prove some story or something. They're trying to get you to believe some story. Yeah, whatever. That's how leftists fight an argument. They can't go to the truth. When you have the moral low ground and you have the intellectual low ground and you have the statutory low ground, I mean, how do you fight that battle? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. He's trolling. Yes, you are a leftist. You're a commie. That's right, Standard. You got it. Only one side can wear the white hats. Yeah, I mean, California taxes 4 or 5 times what we tax here for things. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah. Doesn't sound like you don't make very good decisions. I doubt you voted for Donald Trump. So, are we protesting for Iran or against Iran? Because a lot of people like what's happening right now because they want that regime out of office. Yeah, I'll tell you, the left gets in. The left, no matter what they do, they make piss poor decisions. I mean, from Biden to Kamala Harris to all. Oh my God, Tampon Tim Walz as vice president. I mean, come on, dude. They have made so many colossal bad decisions over the last, I don't know, so many years that there's a lot of us, including at my show, we talk about this a lot on the air. Trey and I both believe that I don't think you could make this many bad errors in judgment in a row unless it was your intention to do so. They have just made so many, and again the other night at the State of the Union, another really bad decisions. Epstein files have been released. 3.6 million files have been released. So I don't know. They said they were going to release them. They released them. I don't know what the problem is there. 3.6 million files. We found Clinton in there over 2,000 times. Yep. No Trump. Yeah. Biden had those files for 4 years. Trust me, if there was anything on Trump in those files, it would have been exploited 100% to the end of time. So the fact that you think that they sat on information that could have incriminated or could have damaged Donald Trump, you're nuts. Not the case. Not the case. They do. They double down on bad decisions every time. Oh, now it's up to 191. I still don't see anything that low nationwide. Yep. It's funny how they just keep a narrative going, you know. Things can come out, things can be released, things can happen. It doesn't matter. They're going to still keep saying the same thing over and over again. The release of the UFO files has already begun. It's already begun and it's in progress. I think we're going to get more. It's going to trickle out. Yeah, where was all your outrage for 4 years while Robinette Biden was sitting on the files? Where were you? Were you upset then? That's a good question. You were livid, right? I mean, I'm sure you were on those leftist YouTube channels fighting the good fight, right? To get Biden to release those files, right? Were you doing that, right? I doubt it. Yeah, isn't that a little bit crazy, Yellow?
We're gonna come clean all this shit up tonight. Yeah, we are. We're cleaning our country. We're cleaning our country up. We're getting rid of all the filth. We're getting all the filth out of here.
Led, if you're a Republican, then you are definitely a troll. Because you've been taking the other side all night.
Yeah, that's all you see around you. I know, that's all you see around you.
So I mean, if that's your goal, to come in here and just confuse everybody and talk like one thing and claim to be another and all that, well, I guess that's what you're doing. Well, I wouldn't say they're free of evil, but they're certainly on the way. They have a chance now to get it going. Oh boy, here we go. That's a great theory there. Jeez. You don't, because the actual Iranians like what's going on right now. That's the difference. Is the Iranians actually like what's going on right now.
Okay. Have you ever heard of denaturalized citizenship? Let's go, baby! Hey, God bless DHS! God bless ICE! God bless CBB and the FPS! We love you, boys! Thank you! I'm like, they're okay. It doesn't say to not cross the line. It says to not block the driveway. It's why they don't just arrest you for crossing it. They arrest you for blocking the cars coming out and doing shit. But it's still like the basic rule and out of respect that you don't do it.
You also know that you ought to get background check on your friend. You don't know shit. Right. You want... Yes, I went through a traumatic childhood right here in the state of Oregon.
And you're still crying about it?
Yeah, I'll never understand the left. They claim to be the compassionate party, and yet they're the ones that are killing all the babies in the womb. Yeah, that one's always surprised me. I've never understood that. I kind of get it because most of them are godless. Most of them are atheists or agnostics. Most of them don't believe in a higher power. They don't believe in their life after death. And so a lot of them just indiscriminately kill, starting with the baby in their womb.
No, not true. Nope. Nope. Lesbian women. Lesbian women. White liberal women are the death of America, and you're proving the point. Keep it up. Say it some more. Say it some more. I said white liberal women are the death of America, and you're proving the point.
I know he's like a older guy.
Yep. Keep it up.
It's difficult because a lot of times you'll have people that will develop very extremist views on things. They'll believe in things like the Illuminati or things like, you know, one world government that controls and pulls the strings of all the other places and stuff like that. You'll get a lot of people that they try to wrap their head around larger concepts and they get totally confused. And unfortunately, those are where your big conspiracies get started.
Horrible mom. Horrible mom. The worst mom I ever seen in my whole life. Horrible. Hell yeah. They should take your kids. They should take your kids away from you. Yup. Yup. You're the worst. You're the worst mom in the world. The worst mom in Portland right here.
Seems like some of these protests, I'm having a harder and harder time finding streams, but I'm still looking. There'll be a change in shift here from the afternoon shift to the evening shift. That usually happens. I don't know. Could be lead with the, the Bill Clinton certainly spent a lot of time on that island. There's been no Republicans seen on that island that I know of. At least no presidents.
Does that make sense? Tommy, can you tell me how does it make sense? When the white liberal women want to be mad that Trump freed Iran, but the Iranians love it?
Yeah, that's the weird part, is the Americans are against Trump, but the Iranians actually like what's going on. All right, guys, we have now got sirens back in Tel Aviv. We got sirens in Tel Aviv. Stand by. We got incoming. Thank you, William. I appreciate that, buddy. We've got incoming. This is live over Tel Aviv. Uh-oh. I don't know if we have an explosion with that or if that was just a piece of debris. See, the Iron Dome shoots down the missile and then the debris falls. So sometimes you're just seeing the debris falling. So there we go. Another attack on Tel Aviv just concluded. All right, we'll go back to our standard coverage here. We're standing by, watching for additional attacks. I am keeping that audio up so we can hear when the air raid sirens go off in Tel Aviv. Yeah, I think it was shrapnel. I think the Iron Dome had already gotten the warhead, and that was just what's left of it coming down. It sucks because even though the Iron Dome gets it, both the missile sent up and the missile coming down both get converted into parts, and they rain down all over neighborhoods, unfortunately. Yeah, this is live. The air raid sirens just went off in Tel Aviv, and then they quit. Upper left is the skyline over Tel Aviv, and the upper center is another skyline there in the Middle East.
Dee, that's perfect. Gums. Wrigley or Jersey fruit? What kind of gum?
Yep, and thanks, guys, for that. Thanks, neighbor.
I think this might be the last speaker.
For the fourth estate, that's A-N-D-Y-H-A-Y-E-R. This is murder. This is murder. And it's not murder just by Trump. And it's Trump. Where are the Democrats on this? They can't figure out what she shouldn't be nowhere near you. Let alone do anything against you. Don't let anyone tell you that this is quote Trump war. This is bipartisan. This is bipartisan. The Democrats are just as guilty of the slaughter of the schoolgirls this morning as Trump. I'm a great now Trump says that he's doing this war, this slaughter, because he cares about protesters in Iran. I got a speaker for you. He doesn't give a damn about protesters in Iran any more than he gives a damn about protesters in Minneapolis and Bridgeview or anywhere else in this country. He wants to control Iran's resources. That has been the game all along.
Yeah, you guys can hit the like button. That would be
As a young man, as a young man in 1978, I witnessed as then President Jimmy Carter attempted to clean up the mess they had made in Iran by installing a dictator decades and decades before. And I was happy when those helicopters crashed in the desert so that the Iranians would keep their sovereignty. Because the United States then and now and for decades have been attempting to commit murder so they can control the people and the resources of the world. That's what this is about. That's what they're doing in Venezuela is about. That's what they're doing in Palestine and threatening to do to Cuba is all about. We must reject their lies. We must also reject the weasel words of their democratic so-called opponents. We can only stop the war through our own efforts in alliance with the people of the world. That is the lesson of the Vietnam War, or should I say, the American War.
Let me do the legwork, Sydney.
It was service people like our friends in About Face today who refused to follow illegal orders. And in concert with the people of Vietnam, in concert with the civilian peace movement, they defeated the #1 empire in the world. That is our guide to how we're going to defeat the United States today. Thank you very much.
I, of course, found the drummer. I always find the drummer.
When I say stand up, you say fight back, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Dinner? What are we having for dinner, Sydney? I haven't eaten yet. Oh, I'm eating a flag right now.
What I thought that, you know, part of this race, we need to take down the United States. We got a fall.
How you doing? I am going going to go across the street here. Oh, our friend left. The noisy one left. Yeah, Minnie, I will when I get home. I'm not going to march all the way over to the tower this time. It's cold and it's dark outside. And it's been a long day. Oh, I like this. I like this. That's a very cool sign. There we go. All right, I'm going to get across the street before they start marching.